Hey marketers, Bren here with another video. In today's video, what I'm doing is another breakdown video, another marketing audit on a big company that's doing over, I estimate from my research, around about 40 million, maybe up to $70 million in revenue per year. The industry that they're in is the remodeling industry. Though it really doesn't matter if you're in that industry or not, this video will be hugely beneficial for anyone in any industry because you'll be able to pull the principles from this video and plug them straight into your business. Because one of the biggest ways to improve yourself and your marketing, whether you're an athlete or in business, is to model yourself on success. Now, in this case, you want to find someone that's incredibly successful with their marketing. You want to dig deep on the principles and the tactics and the strategies that they're using, learn about them, pull them out of their business and plug them straight into yours. This is exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to dig deep down on the principles that this company is using. I'm going to explain what they're doing, how they're doing it, and potentially the results they could get from it, so you can learn about it and then plug it straight into your business really quickly, really painlessly, and without all the frustration of trial and error. So with all that being said, let's jump over to my computer and we'll get stuck into today's breakdown video. So here we are at my computer. First things being first, I've done a couple of these breakdown videos, maybe in your industry, maybe not. If I haven't, drop a comment in the comment section below, pick out a competitor or even your own business if you like, and I can run a breakdown on your own marketing or a competitor's marketing or a big player in your industry, which will be helpful for you and all the other subscribers and watchers of my channel. With that being said, a playlist link will appear around this video. You can click that and you can have a look at the other videos that I've done along this style. Also, don't forget, I release videos once or twice a week, depending upon my schedule. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button too for this video. I really do appreciate it. It does help a little bit with the YouTube algorithm, probably a little bit more than a little bit, so I do appreciate that. With all that kind of fun stuff being said, the business that I'm looking to review today is Statewide Remodeling. We can see their website just here. Now these guys, as I said, are doing anywhere from around about 39 million to maybe up to around about $75 million. And the way that I kind of come to that, I did a bit of research on some sites that kind of aggregate like business information and kind of try and project and predict company revenue. So it's possibly that these guys have around about 260 employees doing $39 million. Another website along the same lines said 175 employees but doing $65 million in revenue, so less employees, more revenue. Isn't that one of the most desirable end results in business? Nonetheless, I checked a couple of others. I think the highest one I saw was around about just under 80 million. The lowest I saw was the 39. So even if they are only 39, these guys are doing quite well in the remodeling industry. So a good business, I think, to model from. So in the video, I'm going to cover their website, their landing pages for Facebook and Google ads, their Facebook ads, their Google ads, and a little bit of their search engine optimization. So I kind of only have a really small idea of what I'm about to see. So I'm going to kind of be winging it a little bit. I'm going to pause the video and have a really quick look myself before I turn the camera back on to record. So this is kind of going to be a bit of fun. I enjoy these because I learn a lot too, and hopefully you guys too. So let's jump in straight for the ride. So this is the homepage of their website. We can see a dynamic moving background. I'm always a little bit skeptical of these because it makes it a little bit harder to comprehend and read the text because there's movement going on. So humans are geared to detect movement. The reason is, back when we were hunters and gatherers, we need to know if a predator was around stalking us in order to kill us, and obviously that's not a desired result. So we tend to focus on movement quite well. So you often see this if you're having a conversation at a cafe and it's kind of small or quiet kind of thing, and someone walks past, your eyes immediately move to that person or that thing that is moving. So I'm not a fan of it. It kind of looks nice. Yes, it does look good. I think it's visually appealing, but it may be detrimental to the conversion rate of a particular landing page or website. That being said, white text on a kind of like a light colored background, not ideal either. Makes it a little bit harder to read. But what they have gone for is very much like a proof and credibility kind of theme in the top part of this website. So what I mean by that, if I'm of the firm belief, and there's a lot to suggest that this is true, of course, is that people do not base their decision making on price as much as we all think that they do. So people will say really quickly, often in a consultation or a quote or whatever your kind of sales process is, like, how much does it cost? The reason why they jump to that question really quickly is because they don't know the questions to ask, nor do they have the knowledge to be able to evaluate your product or service either quickly or efficiently or even effectively. So they jump to what they know. They know what $1 is, they know what $100 is, they know what $1,000 is, so on and so forth. They know the value of money. So they revert the conversation back to something that they know. So what they're trying to do here is supersede this type of objection in some ways, not overcome it directly, but more indirectly in the way that, well, if you're going to compare on price, be careful, because we are incredibly superior to our competitors. So leading indoor and outdoor remodeling since 1994. So it's saying the what we do. So so when the visitor comes, where am I? Statewide Remodeling. What do these guys do? Indoor and outdoor remodeling. So that's fantastic. A little bit of credibility of being around since 1994. So probably doing something right. As a highly rated, locally owned authority on quality remodels, we can modernize your living space no matter the size or scope of your renovation. So no job's too small kind of thing. So that can be, when you are putting yourself at the higher end of the market, a lot of prospects will say that these guys are too big for my little job. So these guys are trying to cover that objection kind of early. They move into a lot of proof elements here. So Customer Choice Awards, top 500 remodelers, their accredited business with the triple B rating there. What they do move on, interestingly enough, into with their call to action form is, I'm a big fan of the call to action has to have some kind of transaction value, not a financial transaction value, although it can do, but it has to have an informational or a benefit transactional value. So what I say is, a lot of people say get a free quote. Yeah, okay, the only benefit there is the free quote, or get a free consultation, or get a free measurement. What do I get in the measurement quote? What do I get in the consultation, etc.? So having some kind of proper value associated is really, really important. I've seen improvements of 20 to 35% by improving the call to action. These guys are doing something subtly different, which I actually think is a good idea. They're applying more proof, and what they're doing is offering a reason why, or a credibility building factor on the proof. So to like the law of specificity, so to speak. I haven't said that too clearly. I could have probably said that in a more elegant way, but no, I'll try and explain what I'm trying to say now. Is so 4.9 rating out of 5 based on 372 reviews, not 370, not 350, not 300, not 400. A unique non-rounded number of 372. Get started with your quote. I like that. I think that's really interesting and something worth testing for sure. As we scroll down though, we've got some more financial based offers. And the interesting part is that obviously I was just talking about the financial aspect of how people evaluate things, and we move on to 20% off, 18 months with no payments. These guys are big enough to be able to bundle kind of like financial packages and financial deals in order to make their services more appealing. So if people do not have the cash, they haven't been to the bank to get a loan yet, or whatever the financial situation is, these guys can help take care of that. So 18 months with no payments is, well, I mean, that's just fantastic. I mean, anyone's going to be interested in that. A lifetime warranty guarantee, again, we're backing up the proof and credibility of the claims we are making and about to make. So they used to be, I think, solely based in one state, but they've moved to a couple of states, which is perfectly fine. So you can pick your state here and click off into that. This is where you can now dive deeper into the particular kind of service that is most applicable to you. So I've seen these guys before. They do a lot of Windows stuff. So it's interesting why Windows at first, when you would, I was just, I partially know, is that a couple of the other services can be larger in revenue. Obviously, if you're doing all the Windows and home, that's a bit different, of course, but nonetheless, that's interesting. We've got a video here. I haven't watched the video, but we'll just quickly have a look at the length and things of that nature of this video if YouTube decides to play. So I can't actually see the length. So let's just whip over to YouTube. So 2 minutes 44, and let's have a look if we can see what this is about. So it looks to be a bit of a, and I'm not listening here, there's nothing, I'm just trying to get a gauge. Perhaps it's a little bit of a branding building, get to know us, what we do, how we do it, why you should work with this type of video, which is kind of cool. You could use that on Facebook really nicely too. Potentially a couple of credibility building videos, testimonials, things of that nature, or process demonstration orientated videos, kind of cool as well. Talk about the process. It's a simple 4-step process, never that simple if you're in this game, but it's simple from the prospect's perspective. So I'm giving this one of the better home pages that I've seen in this industry. Definitely in the top couple. Maybe even the best one that I've seen that I've come across, because I do a lot of work in this particular industry, and it's definitely one of the top 10 landing pages. Again, we see some other credibility. We've completed 80,000 projects. This would be better if it was a more specific number. So 79,684, and then just a couple of bullet points to suggest why they're the preferred choice. So here we are at the Facebook ads library. If you want to get here, literally just type in Facebook ads library into Google, click the first link, and you can have a look at what kind of ads your competitors are running. It's pretty cool. So these guys are running tons of ads. Like, I'm not going to count all these because it would be, well, silly. But they're running a ton of ads because these guys know what work, and they've tested multiple different things. And I've been keeping an eye on these guys on and off, mostly off, but I see constant themes that these guys have been using throughout probably the last 12 months, so to speak. So things have changed, but the overall strategy and tactics have not changed. The ad creatives and text, yes, has changed, but not this. So let's have a look at exactly what they're doing. So let's scroll down and we'll find some top of funnel. So they're kind of like the first date, getting people on the first date type of ads. So if we scroll down, we start to see a couple of video-based ads. This one's 7 seconds. We see a carousel-based ad. But more interestingly enough, we start to see some more like informational, kind of top of funnel, awareness-based types of content. These types of content are trying to capture people that are interested in some form of remodeling or renovation. They're not trying to sell their service just yet. So we can see 5 high ROI projects to increase your home value. So potentially someone who's perhaps thinking about selling. 12 signs your house is officially outdated. 4 tips for a successful remodel. And I saw another one here. Think you can DIY your bathroom? That might not be the best idea. So what these ads are doing is trying to find segments within the targeting group that they're targeting on Facebook, and trying to find the segment within that group that are the ones that are highly interested in the particular service. So this one's about bathrooms. This one's a bit more generic. And there's a couple of others as well based around videos and things of that nature. So let's just have a look at a couple of the landing pages here. So we'll click this one. I'm just opening these up in new tabs and we'll have a look at them as we go. So this one here, we have think you can DIY your bathroom. That might not be a great idea. It's a short blog post. We'll notice that they're all short. Oh, this one has a graphic in there. I didn't check this one before. It's a little bit longer than some of them. This one's a little bit longer because there's 12 points, but still not that long. So the length is important in many ways because it means it's easily consumed. The width of the text is only tiny, makes it easier to read. Our eyes move in kind of like shutters across when we read. We feel that our eyes move like smoothly, but they don't. So if you watch someone else read a line, you find that the eyes kind of jump along. It's a weird thing. So wide text length is never really a good idea. Getting a little bit technical there, but nonetheless still interesting information, perhaps. Interesting to me, probably to no one else, but nonetheless, we'll move on. So that's interesting, that it easily consumed. We've got a couple of call to actions here. Again, heavily proof orientated next to the particular call to action, which is kind of cool. And as we come down to the bottom, subscribe to the Statewide Remodeling's blog. Get Statewide latest updates straight to your inbox. I think this could be a lot better. That could be a great deal better. Why not have a bathroom orientated informational incentive? The 7 ways you can be ripped off when renovating your bathroom, and then you could have one for windows, you could have one for kitchens, etc. Like an incredibly more powerful and persuasive way to generate email opt-in prospects and leads in that fashion. They kind of answer the question here pretty loosely. It's a little bit fear building, but it takes a little bit of time to get into it. Did you know that installers don't create tile designs, the plumber, etc.? Then it talks about like inspections and things like that. So I think they hit the pain thing a little bit late. I think that they could be building that up a little bit higher in the flow of text, in my opinion. So pretty interesting page there. This one here, they've tried to make a graphic that I think is redundant, I suppose. I mean, there's nothing really interesting about the graphic. I mean, it's annoying, I suppose. Like, white text on black background isn't as easy to read as black on white. So comprehension drops. I seem to be talking a lot about text here, but nonetheless. But I mean, they reiterate all the information below. To me, that's just a lot easier to read. Like, all this text is a lot easier to read than that. I don't even really want to read that. Perhaps that's just me, but I mean, there is studies that suggest that is the case as well. So I'm not completely insane. So 5 high ROI projects to increase your home value, and we can see entry door replacement, minor kitchen remodel. These are really geared for the resale type of market, or not resale, but the selling type of market. Again, quick and easy to consume. Again, we've got the call to actions above and below. That's kind of cool. Again, a generic call to action there, which is far less than ideal in my opinion. This one here, 12 signs your house is officially outdated. So this one's a little bit. This one's interesting because it's playing upon the emotion of people. That is my home outdated? I want to keep up with the neighbours next door. I want to keep up with the Joneses. That's more of an Australian reference, but you want to keep up with your peers, really. And I mean, so these ones, it's really. I mean, we're at 12 points here, and I mean, like, look how short these two are. Like, really, really short. Another pretty short one there. Another short one there. Couple of images, a non-specific call to action. Easy to consume, because at this stage, the reason why the content, you want to make it short and easy to consume at this stage, because there's not enough of a relationship to be built yet. These guys are first-time visitors, first-time interactions with the brand. So what you need to do is it's the first date. Don't ask for marriage. If you've watched many of my videos, you understand where I'm coming from there. But asking for marriage on the first date, or the first or asking for to sell a bathroom remodel on the first visit is a little bit difficult. But for instance, in the personal relationship kind of space, if you take a potential partner out for a first date, it might be a short cup of coffee or a brief kind of dinner kind of thing. Nothing too long or too serious. So this is a little bit the same: short, sweet, easy to consume. As you build rapport with someone and trust and so on and so forth, feel safe and whatnot, you can have more extravagant dates, and to transfer that principle, you can have more extravagant, more intense content, longer videos, longer text, because length implies strength in many ways when it comes to text. So the longer the information is, the more it is perceived as being better in a funny way, and that's being tested as well. People think that short copy works better than long copy, and it can, but I always like to test on long copy because length suggests strength. So that's an interesting one there, but yeah, an interesting type of Facebook strategy here. So coming back to the Facebook ads library, what we'll have here is we'll see people that view this type of content or interact with this type of content, that will be shown other ads. So for instance, still in the awareness phase, we've got a video here, 17 seconds, sorry. And then there's other videos. There's one for around about 57 seconds somewhere that I saw. Don't you hate when you make a video and then you can't find the damn ad that you wanted to show? It's hidden around here somewhere. There it is, 59 seconds. So what happens here is that they might be showing this ad to a huge amount of people, but people that watch 50% or more, or potentially 75% or more, they get placed into a group where they'll see other ads such as, well, this is a bathroom orientated one. Then you could show them this ad. So it's building the dating process or the retargeting process. So date one is very much like a video to create interest and capture people that are interested and have the intent on getting a bathroom renovation or remodeling service at their home, and then it moves on into more proof and credibility, and then down into particular offers. So proof and credibility with other ads. So this one here we might see before and afters, or this one here is before and afters and stuff. So this is building up the credibility, and I've somehow made that full screen. And then what we move into next is new year, new bathroom, 20% off your entire bathroom remodel, financing as low as $149 per month. So this is a really nice process. Like, these guys are doing a good job. Like, this is the stuff that I've been talking about for a very long time. And this is stuff that I do with my clients because the damn thing works. Like, it's literally like how it's literally how we conduct the dating process. And it's how we build relationships. Like, even if it's a friendship and not a spousal relationship, you don't become great friends in the first kind of interaction with someone. It takes time. Hence, these guys are taking time. And I guarantee, and I put any amount of money on this, is that the people that see this sequential kind of like dating process style of ads, easier to close leads, because length implies strength, as I've been saying, because the length is being that the marketing sequence is longer, and so therefore the strength in terms of how they are qualified as a lead is stronger. Hence, length implies length, but it means that you will close more deals at a better ratio instead of 1 in 6 closing 1 in 4. It doesn't sound like a big difference, but it's a huge difference, like monumental difference. So really, really cool kind of set of Facebook ads here. We'll see where just this might just go to. Oh, these are actually, this is really interesting. I just clicked this, but we can see here that these, I didn't take much notice of these, but these are geographically specific. So San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Houston, etc. And as we come here, it's subtle, but San Antonio here, again, we see more value transferred in the call to action, which is kind of cool. Areas we service. So a short little punchy landing page. But if we come back to the thing and the Facebook ads library, click Austin, we should just see things like Austin change, but they don't. So some are Austin. So they're making it geographically specific, and it's like an element of personalization to the marketing, which is cool. No doubt it improves their conversion rates. If you're not doing that, definitely be doing that. So that's kind of cool. I'm just nitpicking now because I've just seen it, but they could visually represent a lot of this stuff here. I think it would be easier to consume, because like these are some big benefits here: 20 years of experience, money back guarantee, lifetime warranty, affordable financing options, and award-winning service. Award-winning, what awards have you won? Like, there's no proof to that. Like, it's well, you got the proof here, but it's detached from here. I've got to kind of transfer what I've learned here over to here. Doesn't make much sense. That's a bit silly in my opinion. But overall, these guys are doing really well on Facebook. These guys are doing well in business. I mean, 39 to 65 million. Yeah, a lot of principles. Let's move on to Google Ads. So here we are at Ahrefs, or plenty of different ways to pronounce the name, but it doesn't matter. So we've got Statewide Remodeling. This tool, just for those who aren't familiar, does search engine optimization analysis, and it does a pretty reasonable effort at PPC analysis. There's a free version, I think. Don't quote me on that. Use it if you want, don't use it if you want. I'm not affiliated with these guys in any way, shape or form. But I've got these guys plugged in, and we've got the PPC section here. So these guys have been running PPC ads, well, as long as this thing's been tracking, since 2015, start of June. So why have they been running Google Ads for all this time? Well, because they didn't work. I mean, these guys have probably spent in the 7 figures on Google Ads across that period of time. Easy 7 figures. The reason why they've been continuing to do that is, as I said, it works. Let's have a look at some of the keywords that they're targeting. So we can see here that I'm sorting this data out by the percentage of traffic. So where do they get the majority of their PPC traffic from? What type of keyword? So window installation by heavy. I said earlier in the video that these guys do a lot of Windows stuff, and the proof is, well, here. A lot of their traffic comes from window-based keyword phrases. We've got window, etc. So yeah, really interesting. Then we move through to like bathroom stuff, window stuff, basement replacement windows again. Like windows make up such a large portion of these guys' business, it would suggest. But let's have a look at some of the landing pages that these guys are running stuff to. So we've got the window replacement. Again, we can see that this is geographic specific in nature. So these guys are using dedicated landing pages, both within Facebook and with their Google Ads, which is best practice. So energy efficient windows, we'll have a look at that page too. We did click the bathroom one. Is there any other that is just different? Ooh, let's have a look at this bathroom tub to shower conversion. Bathroom modeling near me. This would be a site link. We'll have a look at that anyway, just because it's different. So this one we've got enjoy the view with new Dallas windows. We've got some visual representations of windows. We've got our standard call to action. Then we've got a really short landing page. Now there's some elements here that I think that are missing. We could have before and after pictures here. We have no kind of like value proposition, like why should I use these guys as opposed to any other competitor, or not doing anything at all. So yeah, like lots of proof and credibility, no testimonials, no demonstration video. There is, like, we've got a lot of credibility here, of course, but there's some more elements I think that could be a bit better. The copy through the page, I just skimmed through it just now, is relatively generic. It's not, there's nothing I would like to pull and say, oh, this is good, either from a psychological standpoint, a benefit orientated, direct emotion invoking or indirect emotion invoking or anything like that. It's pretty generic, but nonetheless, because of the level of specificity with their marketing, they can get away with being relatively generic with their copy, which is perfectly fine. They're stating what they do here quite blatantly. You can explore more options, but yeah, there's nothing really all too much there. I think we'll see that these other landing pages are pretty much identical, except the imagery changes. So we just had a look at the bathroom one. We'll just move across to energy saving windows. They do run ads with the energy saving stuff. I didn't see any this time. It might be on a bit of a rotation there. They might be working on a continual rotating marketing calendar. So for 30 days to 60 days, it might be remodeling based stuff, and they move to windows, back to remodeling. Plenty of different ways to skin that cat. They might move to kitchens, so on and so forth. They might move in cycles. So that's perfectly fine. Windows stuff, nothing real, no value proposition, lack of proof, no demonstration, no real reasons why the energy saving windows are better. Like, how do we substantiate that they are actually better? So yeah, definitely some improvements to be had here on this landing page. And we'll move across to the last one, stylish tub to shower conversions in Dallas. The imagery's okay, well, okay at best. It doesn't, a nice before and after would be great, but it doesn't really, it does, I mean, I think these are all the same, but it's not well laid, it's just not ideally laid out in my opinion. I don't know, I don't like the imagery sucks. I've gone from okay to sucks, and yeah, I'm going to stand by that. A bit harsh, but I'm standing by it. So we move down, and we've got some, the copy here's a little bit better. So like, no longer using your tub, meeting the prospect in the thoughts that they're already having in their own mind. It's an obvious one, but still, it's a good one. Customized locally. So they're saying here, these are the benefits, and their core benefit for each bullet. They're bolding, which is kind of makes it easy to consume. this type of stuff. Again, there's a lot of stuff here that could be improved that I've mentioned: demonstration, before and afters, video testimonials, more proof and credibility, etc. More thought through benefits, more emotion, etc. There's a whole bunch of stuff that could be improved in this landing page, but we will move on. So we've had a look at the keywords, we've had a look at landing pages. Let's have a look at the ads. So the ads, we can see here that they're pretty short with their ads. And I've seen this a little bit in the bathroom remodeling world myself, that shorter ads seem to do well. So we can see here the percentage of traffic. Again, we'll see a window-based orientated ad take up the bulk of the traffic, as we can see here, 48%, because a lot of their ads are window-based orientated. So, but what we can see here is shorter-based ads. In the contracting world, construction and stuff like that, all that fun stuff, shorter ads seem to do a bit better. And I say length implies strength, but you've got to be careful with that principle, because length may not imply strength within a Google ad, because people lose the idea of what a Google ad is for. The Google ad is not to sell the service. I mean, I said before that an initial visit to a landing page, it's almost impossible to sell the service on one visit. Well, think about it from this perspective, that, well, this ad is certainly not going to sell the service. This ad's job, or any of these ads' job, is to attract attention and to get the click. I pause there for a moment for good reason. It's to attract a click. You're trying to identify and appeal to your most ideal prospect and get them to click your ad. That's the only purpose. The ad is not there to sell, persuade, or anything like that. It is there to get a click and get them into a better medium, aka the landing page, in order to educate them, persuade them, etc., into becoming a lead. So really, really important principle there. If that's the only principle you learn from this video, it'll be time well spent, no matter the length of this video, in my opinion. So when it comes to the search engine optimization side of things, these guys do a couple of things that are a little bit interesting. So what I've done is notice that these guys, when they sponsor an event or an organization, they get as much as they can from it in terms of a search engine optimization perspective. So what I mean by that is that they're sponsoring the Grapevine, Texas, USA organization, whatever that may be. We've got a couple of other kind of sponsorship things up here as well. So we've got this one here, this one here. We'll just have a quick look. So this is the Grapevine, Texas one, and here they are here. So that's the link back to them there. This one here is the Parker Country Beach Festival, and we've got sponsors. We should see Statewide somewhere, perhaps not. Perhaps the link was there, but now it's, oh, there it is there. Sorry, so we've got that one as well. This one is different again, and then there. So they're getting a lot of links through event sponsorship, which is a great way. You're sponsoring a good cause. Get as much as you can from, ask for a link. Most events, organizations, sporting teams, etc., more than happy to do it, because you're helping them more than they help you. When it comes to their organic keywords, Statewide Remodeling gets a lot of searches, siding, garden windows and stuff like that. So a lot of decent buying keywords. There's not too much of a keyword buying issue here, like they're targeting the wrong kind of keywords. They could probably do a little bit better in terms of the geographical stuff. It's hard to say. I would have to dig a lot deeper, and my time doesn't dictate that I can spend probably about the 20 minutes needed to analyze the geographical performance. So I apologize for that, but from just a gut feel, I think that they could do a little bit better in terms of their geographical targeting. In terms of their top page, it's actually the Statewide Vinyl Siding Dallas page. The top keyword being, they got the number 2 position for siding with a 37,000 search volume, which is interesting because there's no links going to the particular page. So that's kind of interesting. So their on-page search optimization, which we'll have a look at, is okay. No backlinks, no referring domains, decent amount of search traffic. If you were to get this amount of traffic that they get at this page and pay for it with paid traffic, it costs you about $7,500. So a little bit interesting in my opinion there. So if we have a look at the page, H1 tag doesn't have the core keyword in there, which is interesting. They do have it in some of the lower kind of H tags, which is okay. We can see in the title tag, we can see that citing keyword there, and we've got the geographical reference along with the specific type there in the title tag. We can obviously see the Google Tag Manager is implemented and some other like the Facebook Pixel Code, hence why they're doing well with their stuff. Their Facebook remarketing, retargeting kind of stuff. So pretty interesting. I'm going to wrap up the search engine optimization element of this breakdown here. I know it could be longer and future ones will be longer. I want to keep these videos around about 30 minutes. I think I'll go close. It's a little bit hard for me to tell now because I haven't started editing yet. But with that being said, it's really important that if you want your business to be broken down publicly, let me know, or you want a competitor, let me know. My whole channel is about producing content that you guys want to learn more about. So your guidance is really, really important. But if you want a private breakdown of your own marketing where I actually have a look at your Google ads, your Facebook ads, so on and so forth, jump over to my website at brenhamel.com. There's a link to my website in the description below. You can come over here, smash this big button here, fill in this form. You and I can schedule a time to quickly talk about the context of your inquiry, your business, so on and so forth. I can do that breakdown, Google Ads, Facebook, etc. It's completely free. There's no cost, no nothing. So it's hugely beneficial. And to finally wrap up the video, don't forget to smash the like button. It does help me within the YouTube algorithm to get a few more views. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you want more content just like this one. Also do tons of stuff around Facebook ads, Google ads, and just overall digital marketing. So that's hugely beneficial if you're serious about growing your business. That being said, I'm going to finish up today's video. I look forward to catching you in the next one. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.